I'm back. Haven't said this in a while. I'm Tony. Will Reed is my husband. He's off filming a movie today in Chicago. It's called Less Than 30. It's all very exciting. So I'm solo today, and this is our dollar house. We're doing as much of this work as we can on our own, and if we've had to hire somebody to do something, we make sure to watch them very closely to see what they're doing. Today, I'm going to try and put my hand at wiring doing some of the wiring again. The reason I say try is because I have tried once before, and doing wiring by yourself is kind of hard. Electrical wiring, in case that wasn't clear. There's no electric in the house, there's nothing here, and we kind of decided that we already have nothing, so if we screw it up, we will still have nothing. So, here I go, fast forward mode. I know you couldn't see much of that, but what I had to do was, they had drilled at this really easy angle through the floor to run the wires up. Unfortunately, what that means is they ran the wires outside the wall, so it would never have passed any sort of code. And the way they say you have to do the code is you have to drill in two places. You have to come down this way and then come over this way and then run the wire up like that. So that's what I did, and surprisingly enough, especially to me, because my geometry, I'm not so good at geometry. I did it! I did it exactly right. It met right in the place it was supposed to meet. I used the smaller, I showed you the real big long auger bit. I used the smaller one, little baby one, because the big one was actually too long for that space that I had to work in. So Will Reed, you got the right one, and so far the right one has been the little one. So we might have argued about which auger bit to get. Either way, now I think I can run the wire, and we'll see how I do. All right, so after a lot of trying to figure out how thick these beams are and measuring, I did a pretty good job. I got all but one measured right as far as being downstairs and being upstairs and getting them to meet in the same place, and ended up boring out and reusing some of the old holes that were in a good place. But the moral to the story is I got 1, 2, 3, 4 outlets rough wired and start to the plug for the light switch. Now, the light switch part is done. I just have to go up. Hold on, I'm gonna grab the camera off of this little tripod thing. That's my new trick. I use the tripod. All right, so, well, let me walk over to this one. This one's a little easier. So, what you can see is the wire coming up from the floor, going over to that area where there's going to be a plug on the other side of the wall. I haven't done that part yet. There was a plug over here, but we ended up blocking it anyway. And then the wires come back across over to this outlet, and you can see just the wires just hanging out. We've got to put the ground wires together, but that's it. Now you see some loops in there where there's a little extra slack. Everyone that I've ever talked to about this says always leave yourself a little extra slack, because you don't know what you're going to need to do in the future as far as adding more wire, or if some of the wires go bad and you have to redo it, you always have a little bit of extra slack. And they said between 6 and 10 inches of extra wire. So that's what I'm doing. So now this wire, let me see if I can do that. That pile of wire that you see, that's going to go up and go into up there, you see. And sorry, that was a little Blair Witch right there. So all of that has to be exposed. That's the reason this is all open. So that part's done. I'm going to say using an auger bit is a lot of freaking work. I mean, it works, but it's a lot of effort to get it to work. And that mug got hot, like really hot. This wood is old and it is hard. So both good, but jokes. I've been drilling holes and it got hot. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm done for now. I put about 4 hours into this, and of course most of that is because it's a learning experience. I've never actually done it. I've seen it done, but I've never done it before. So that's it. That's my work for today. I'm gonna clean some of this up, and I'm gonna call it. So thanks for watching. I'll do more later.